Oh my goodness.
Here we go.
We're live. Hey guys, welcome back to Imperfect Harmony. I'm Jana.
I'm Mike.
And we have a very special guest with us. Sorry, I'm like putting this mic back on right now. Let's talk about live, guys. I'm putting this, it's like it's not fitting on my oversized Justin Bieber pants right now.
We're just hoping Jolie doesn't come down the stairs because she had a fit tonight going to bed.
Yeah, we just put our baby, or we just put, I say baby, we just put our daughter down to bed, so.
So we have
But anyways, we have
a wonderful, fun guest with us tonight, Miss Jennifer Green.
Yeah.
So everyone out there, welcome her. And Jennifer, how would you describe what you do? Because I know you have psychics, you have mediums, more mediums. How would you categorize yourself?
Well, here in Nashville, I'm Nashville's astrologer.
Okay.
And I've been doing astrology and practicing the art of palm reading and tarot card reading, all the divine arts that we know, from pendulum to
Oh, I like the pendulum thing. Pendulum's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Dee was doing that to me in the studio. And it's like if it swings one way or if it doesn't, and then it's like kind of telling you what it reads, right?
Yep, and the fascinating thing about pendulums is that they connect to the magnetic field of the earth, so the chances of them being wrong is really
Not likely.
not likely. I also do handwriting analysis. I read energies off of people. I'm 8 generations in what I do.
Really?
So 8 generations, so take me back. So that goes to who?
Great-great-great-grandmother, great-grandmother.
And so how did you, because I know Michael always, he's very intrigued. He's kind of more of the skeptic in this realm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
As you said. But how did you know that you had this calling?
Well, it's what my family has always done. They did not do anything else. So when we was growing up, we was encouraged to share. What do we feel? What do we see? If someone had a dream, we had that was our conversation at breakfast, and we was trained to. We kind of lived a little bit seclused a little bit, like we wasn't allowed to
Where
go
are
to
you from?
public.
Sorry.
Born and raised. From
Here.
down yonder in Nashville,
right.
East Nashville.
All right.
Amazing.
So we was trained at a very early age to be aware of our conscious and not neglect it. So when I was about 14, I told Grandma, I said, Grandma, this is not what I want to do. Like, people think this is fluffy, and a lot of people don't like us. She's like, this is what you have to do. Everyone has done it before you. You don't have a choice.
Oh, wow.
And I started when I was about 9 years old. And she got me my first job on being a psychic on PRN, on Psychic Readers Network.
Wow.
So I could get out of being, being uncomfortable to talk to people.
For sure.
And throughout the years, I've practiced, I've done a lot of studies with the mind and how the mind works, and learning behavior patterns. And my passion is when science and mystic kind of butt heads and you can't see anything.
Right.
Like the moon does affect the tides. We are made of 70% water. So tell me how that doesn't.
How that doesn't affect us.
Right.
Understandable. Is this something that you are, in your belief, is it something you are born with and you're gifted, or is it something that somebody can learn over time?
Everybody has it. Everybody has it. We all have that feeling. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my gut instinct, and our gut instinct is never wrong. The only difference is it's truly a lifetime to practice to listen to it.
Right.
To listen to it. Like, we could walk into a room, we know if we're instantly safe or if we should leave. We know instantly, we can almost get an instant vibe, you know, I feel like I'm in danger, I need to leave. Mm-hmm. We feel it with our kids. We don't need to see our kid in front of our eyes, but we know something, like, I know they need me, or I know they're hungry, I feel it. So it's, we have just been, and I say we for my family, we've just been, we've been practicing that, and it's a lifetime of practice.
Right.
I just came back from Minneapolis, Minnesota, from visiting some of the highest conscience beings on earth, that they came to Minnesota. So there was Qigong meditation and listening to Kung Fu masters and ancient Chinese medicine, and listening to the meditative state of minds. And I asked them one question now. I asked them one question for all of them. If they would share universal, what would be, if you could share one tool with us, or everyone, whoever they are, to use, what would it be and why? And the base of all of it, it's all comes down to a state of mind. All of it comes down to a state of mind. It's the one thing we have absolute control on is what we think about. And when you practice that muscle, you have more focus and clarity. So
it's more about then what you feel, your intuition. So it's not so much as people that have passed, or is that what mediums do? Like people
mediums
that have passed?
specialize on picking up on people that passed away.
So you're more intuition based, and
No, I feel it. I have a very deep respect for our loved ones that moved to heaven. So if they want something to say, they're going to say it. Otherwise, I don't go out calling upon them, so
Right.
to say.
okay.
But all the arts of divination. So I bring some incense. I bring a candle for you guys.
Okay.
Bring
So
some-
we should probably get started then, huh?
Let's do something.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are you feeling?
Not
voodoo?
yet.
Vibes.
Let's do it.
So what if I start off with asking you guys to sign me your name on there, your full entire name in cursive.
Oh, cursive. Oh.
In cursive.
Do you know what's crazy that people don't practice cursive? Like in schools, they don't have to use cursive anymore.
And cursive in itself is a beautiful art.
So, okay, here's a question. That's not how he usually writes his name. Are we being like how we would normally sign our signature, just really fast when we're at the checkout? Or are we consciously trying to make,
You need to go with your intuition. That's not wrong.
and do I have to use maiden name or last name? Because I'm better at signing. I don't know how to do the C.
I think you should probably do both.
Okay.
Janet,
I've never seen you do something so pretty like that.
that is textbook cursive.
Yeah.
I mean,
I could
it's pretty
teach third
handwriting.
But
graders.
then show me. On the other side, do the one where you just like sign it really
my
fast,
signature?
like your signature. Okay, yeah, because that's what I'm used to seeing.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of people don't really see their full name.
Oh wait, I don't like that.
It's a good thing it's just a dry erase.
Oh wait, no, I don't like that either. Because I'm like. Oh.
Well, you can't just keep doing it over and over.
Well, because I have to make it like perfect. Okay, and then like my signature would be like that, and then my married one is. I don't know how to do that.
Take your time.
Well, this is where I get stuck with the S.
And see,
There we go.
even in signature cursive writing, calligraphy is a form of therapy, and it's very good for our mind.
Okay, so what do our signatures?
Okay, so I'm going to start with. Do you
Michael.
prefer me to call you Michael or Mike?
Either one is fine. Whatever your intuition says.
Okay.
You're like in high school again, Jana.
I'm gonna make a heart. Stars.
All the energy.
Yeah, I'm kind of deciding what I want to choose to pick on first because there's a lot.
Bring it.
There's
I have a question though.
Yes.
Before, do you mind?
no.
Do you Google before? Because this is where I start to think. This is where not hypocrite. What's the word when you get
Skeptic?
a skeptic in me? Where I'm like, you could easily Google and be like, oh, have you not told the truth, or
Yeah, that's what I told the girls because when we spoke yesterday, I said they're like wanting to give me some backstory. I said, girls, if it's live, I'm good with live. I do live.
Great.
And I didn't. So there was. I do know some of your story.
Sure.
Because your story has been public. So.
Yeah.
And I
It's kind of hard
haven't.
to get away with. From
So
it.
some people has shared some things with me because I asked them like, does these guys know that I'm a psychic coming in? Like, does both of us know? Are we aware of each other?
Right.
And kind of correct me if I'm wrong, but they told me the whole purpose of this was truly it's another form of therapy for healing of the relationship.
sure.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just go ahead and go into relationship
Absolutely.
first. Michael, your spirit and your heart is very, very pure. When you love, it's 110% and not an ounce less. Your energy and your spirit has a tendency to drift off a lot. And what I mean by drift off, you're very good at multitasking, very good at it in emotional things. But when you truly give your mind and heart to it, you're in it 110%. There's a strong love and passion that you have with this woman inside your life that you love with all your heart. And I want to tell both of you, the worst has passed. I have heard, and I'm going to share this stuff. I've heard you've reached out for a lot of therapy in a variety of ways. At least that's the information that the girls told me on the FaceTime call. And I came here with a solution because as soon as I heard it, I said, I know the solution of what it is. And the solution is both of you need to be more on sync. And that's the solution for couples, relationships, people. We need to be on sync, because when you become on sync, you're at the right current of the universe. Like staring inside each other's eyes for 2 minutes makes your hearts beat at the same time to become on sync.
Our therapist had told us that one time.
It's very true.
Yeah, we didn't do that. We've stopped that.
Dancing with each other. By time the end of the song has came, the both of you are moving at the same energy. Being on sync is the most important thing to any relationship of any kind. And I have to say, God bless both of you for searching for healing, because so many people go without it and they don't search for it. So ones who seek, as the divine creator says, ask and you shall receive, seek and you'll find. Your spirits have been seeking. So I want to tell you, and I feel this for sure, the worst is past. The worst is past. The energy of creating future is now in the present. The past cannot change, and there was a lot of darkness inside the past. But inside the present moment, it needs to be present. So some of the things that, and I don't know all of the forms of therapy, but the ones that I've heard, it doesn't. I don't know if any of it's been holistic or spiritual, just counseling. But I bring some things to give you guys to actually help you guys be on sync, because that's the only thing that I feel and that I sense that's that's not where it needs to be at.
Okay.
So if you notice, you guys at home watching, a dog will go around in a circle a few times before they do what they need to do.
Right.
Why are they doing that? They're getting on the magnetic field of the universe, of the earth, so they can be on sync. With yoga, there are certain positions that you do, all of the positions, just like the dog going around a circle, to be on sync. Your spirit, and I've heard that you're a former athlete, or presently an athlete, and you definitely have the athlete vibe for sure. And that's the Olympic mindset. It's playing the game before the game is actually started, playing it all the way through your head. So having a few minutes and actually being together allows your spirit to be on sync. So if you would put your left hand on her heart, she would put your left hand, both of you would put your left hand on each other's hearts, and you feel the beating of the heart. You become on sync. So once you become on sync, you're both looking at things at the same level, on the same mindset. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Sure.
And this is what I'm passionate about. I don't want to tell you, not necessarily. I will advise you and tell you what I see coming for you. But if we are visiting, I'm going to tell you something you can go home with.
Right.
That you feel better right now while we're talking. And I absolutely do feel for sure that the both of you are meant to be together. And it's meant to be a lifetime inside the future. And you're meant to create. And the both of, in all of this darkness that you guys have been through, something very good has already started to come out of it. Because I have to say, I admire you guys for being open and searching out for healing. Because once someone wants it, they're going to receive it, for sure.
Right.
The past needs to be let go of. This is one of the biggest energies, and I'm looking at it from your handwriting too. The past needs to be allowed to let go, and that's one of the answers of the 5 high conscious beings that I met. You need to learn to let go. We have no control of the past. We cannot change it. It's what it is, what it is. We've already drank the whole glass of wine. It's gone. It's presently. And just from looking at your signature,
Here, hand it over.
And it's on both sides here. One second. I could tell, Jenna, from your spirit that everything about you is passionate. Everything about you is passionate.
You're welcome.
There is, now you guys tell me, but and I feel this more with Michael than I do you. You have a very hard time to unwind. It takes you a moment to unwind. You have the busy bee energy, I call it. The mind is always going, always racing. So it takes me a moment to unwind. And you have to learn better techniques to unwind.
I'm trying.
And one of the most things that unwind, the most fastest way to unwind is truly meditation. And meditation, and I'm going to speak in an athlete form, because I do teach the Olympic mindset, which is the practice of playing the game all the way through, to the very end, to your mind, to control it. You suffer from the busy bee mind, so you are looking, or you have looked for anything you can to get to unwind, whether that's alcohol, ladies, I'm sorry, whether it's, it could be gambling, shopping, it could be a whole bunch of different forms, but the energy to outlet is. And your spirit is searching for your inner peace, and it's spiritually, it's not religiously. Both of you need to connect on a spiritual level, not necessarily so much on a physical, emotional, and mental. That's already taken place. There's a house, there's work, there's babies. It needs to be spiritual. So there's definitely a spiritual gap between the both of you. So when I advise past troubled relationships that are healing, you have to connect on a spirit level, on a mental, spiritual level. That's not on a physical form, because that's the part that's untainted.
Right. Question for you guys out there. Do you guys believe in psychics? Are you getting on this train? Yes or no?
Where my skeptics at?
Where my skeptics at? It's very interesting though, and I can definitely see. I remember, didn't they say with handwriting too? Like if you've got smaller writing, you're more insecure. Or I remember hearing that, like, because someone said something about my brother. He used to have really, really small handwriting, and they said that he was shy. Like that's shy.
Interesting.
But maybe that's false. I don't know. I don't remember.
The both of you have handwriting.
Oh, look at that. Do you believe in psychics?
Wow.
It's pretty much
This is
split
split.
half and half. I respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to respect that too, because it's the energy that you can't necessarily see with your
For sure. Yeah.
But for handwriting, both of you guys have the celebrity/famous person handwriting for everyone to see that.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
It's the big bold.
There's a class for that we looked up. Because
That's funny.
So I want to make this as raw as possible.
Sure.
So maybe, is there something maybe we want to concentrate on, and we'll make a breakthrough here and now?
What would you like to?
This your hand. This your name.
Oh no, I think she's just asking in general, right? Like in general.
in general.
Yeah. Like, is there something you want to know?
Where's our most unsure category? I
If
would
we're
say
gonna stay married or not?
no.
Okay.
What's funny is that's probably not it. It's more professionally.
You can ask that.
But what question do I ask about that?
I mean, maybe where you're going, where we're going, if you're going your way, or
Well, we're all on a journey.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're all on our own personal journey. And I could definitely tell just from both of your handwritings the vibration that's around the both of you. And I'm going to kick this up a notch for everyone at home. So go ahead and turn this up a little louder. And
Ooh, turn it up, baby. She's going for it.
I want both of
Take
you
it,
guys
baby.
to hold on to that. Those are
Okay.
rose quartz crystals. I have a quartz crystal here. And that way I could have a deeper connection with you guys. They're the journey that the both of you are on. And I want to ask, I don't know when you've been married, like the numbers on it. Can I have your anniversary date?
5/22/15, right there, ladies and gentlemen, right on my arm.
There it is.
So it's almost 5 years.
You've known each other for more than that,
Barely.
Like 5.5.
Yeah.
5.5
Almost 6
years.
years.
Yeah. Almost 6 years.
Wow, that's so 6 years.
Look at those, dude.
Congratulations.
It's the longest I've ever been with someone.
Yeah.
That's good. I could just from this energy here, you guys have been through a whole lot. Definitely a whole lot, and I see that energy again, and I feel that the worst is past. It looks like there is. Does it make sense if I say that there is so much publicly, there's not as much private time as there should be? Does that make sense?
Like time for us together.
Yeah, without necessarily everything on and
Maybe not intentional time. Like we have so much time together at the house without things going on.
And we're together every day.
Of
No, I
course.
know, but like intentional time. Like
Yeah.
we talk about like going out to dinner and stuff, like
There are
when it's
babies and food
date
and
nights and stuff. We
this
haven't had a
is
date night in a while.
this is quality time. Like quality time is needed in both of your spirits. Both of your spirits are starving for something, and I can't help but feel the big void that's over both of you. There's a void here, and it's our human self wants it to be filled physically. I need to go here, I need to buy this, I need to see this, I need to have this experience. But it's to search for, and I see it, and it's very clear, it is on a spiritual level. And you can call it whatever you want to call it, good vibes. You could even just call it good vibes, but there needs to be a spirit, a moment of spirit connection with God, or divine source or creator. And Michael, it looks like your spirit God's been wanting, or spirit's been wanting your attention for quite some time. And it looks like there's been some guilt or remorse, or I'm not worthy, or something like that here. And this is the year you find your inner peace and your true relationship with the creator, with the being. With your spirit, I want to suggest for the near future, you need to connect back with nature. Like no cell phones, no electrical things.
Kilimanjaro.
I see like a small fishing boat, and just hanging out in the lake for a moment. Beautiful weather. That's the energy I see. Like you need grounding, connecting to nature,
I love that.
without anything electrical around, without a phone, just you and Earth and
Love
universe, on your own time. That's what I'm without your lady.
No, he loves
just
that.
for
He
you.
loves his own time. He loves his own time.
Yeah. So your spirit definitely has the craving for nature, the need of nature, and when you are not outside enough, it almost feels like you're suffocating. So you have to have fresh air. So here's the desperation of fresh air and just listening of the wind, listening to the wind, listening to the leaves. I'm going to recommend fishing because that's actually what I see. Just very simple.
Okay.
Nothing fancy. Very, very simple.
No, I can George's fishing.
I'm sure all of you got that from my signature as well. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
100%.
they're on with us too. And when I see, Jana, when I see your spirit, I'm going to recommend your spirit yoga.
Yoga, interesting. Okay.
You also have the busy mind, and you are stubborn-headed about it. And what yoga does, it gives us, while you are doing it, of course, no one wants to fall down, of course, and it's not necessarily all the extreme ones, but your mind will be able to shut down. Like your spirit also has a different, both you have different ways to shut down, but your spirit needs to almost like shut down for a moment. It's where the artist needs to step away from what they created for a moment before they can actually look at it again and see what it needs. You need to just shut down with nothing. Clear. Your spirit has a very hard time of letting go. You hold on to grudges. You hold on to memories without wanting to. And it seems like there's constant memories of something around. Could be from people, because both of you guys are in the public eye. So could be from people. But your spirit needs to decide. This is where this energy is here. Decide. It's time when you decide that when are you ready to let go? When is a good time to let go? Because your spirit is not about changing what has happened. It's about creating what's going to happen. And both of you have an energy of high creation. I see you writing a book. I see the energies of writing, excuse me. I see writing and I see you writing a book. And I see it will go into self-help. And I see women. I feel it's like more towards women. Your spirit has the healer-seeker, teacher vibration on you. So people look up to you, people admire you, people take your word serious, and you are meant to heal, teach, advise. Looks like I almost want to say coaching. And I see younger youth, like teenagers. You're meant to be a part of something to motivate them, to inspire them. And there looks like that there is, there's an addictive gene. I want to say it's you, Michael, but I may be wrong, so I'm going to say that because it could be you. But I see an addictive gene, not necessarily just with alcohol. Could be anything. Eating, sleeping, shopping, drinking. But there's an addictive energy here. So one is seeking balance, the craving of seeking balance. The more tighter your schedule is, like on a time zone, it's better. Life will work better for the both of you like that. And I definitely want to give a prediction on what you guys are doing. I have to get hands down, and I admire you, and your show is going to be extremely successful and help a lot of people with what, with sharing the knowledge that you have went through and experienced. And
Quick sidebar really fast. I just want to know, would you leave your partner if the psychic told you to leave? Because I think that's very interesting, because a lot of times I've had psychic readings and they would say, for example, I remember I was at a wedding with Michael and he was with the groom, and I called this psychic lady and she was just like, you need to leave. It's going to happen again. Like, get out of there. I remember we got in a huge fight at the wedding. And I mean, I wanted to leave because she basically said it wasn't going to work and it was going to happen again. So I'm curious what you guys would do out there if your psychic partner told you to leave, what you would do.
And Jennifer, have you had anybody come in, any clients that come in and ask you basically to help them make a major decision like that in their life?
yeah, absolutely.
So how do you like hold that then? Because you're basically changing someone's course.
Before someone can make a decision, they have to be in a good frame of mind. So I remind them, before you make a decision, you got to have a clear frame of mind, because otherwise, if you don't, you're going to go flip-flopping, wishy-washy a million times and never actually stick with it.
Oh, verdict. Would you leave your partner if a psychic told you to?
No,
That's
good.
so crazy. I'm the 4%.
Well, I'm gonna share something in here. I don't
100%
think
4%.
anyone should truly leave their partner because someone else tells them to.
For sure.
Our free will is from God.
Even if it's, but here's the thing, even if it's the spirit guides telling you, because I feel like spirit guides, like, you know, I pray to God, so it's like, I pray to my, you know, everyone up there, my angels, my spirit guides. So it's, if they're guiding me, wouldn't I want to be like, thank you for telling me basically what the magic 8-ball is?
Well, if they are truly your guide and they truly understand the divine, they will know that one must be in a good state of mind before a decision can be made. Because if you're not in a good frame of mind, then the decision you made is not going to make you happy
Okay.
or sad. You have to do you. So for listeners out there, before making a serious decision, leaving your partner is a super serious decision. Before you make that decision, take a moment out for yourself, no matter what anybody tells you. And my suggestion, and I am spiritual, I do Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. I believe in prayer. Prayer is most important, in listening to the omens that God gives us. God always is leaving us omens behind. Coins, feathers, and strange or odd places for us to find. The hummingbirds, the cardinals, those are our omens. So I agree with everyone. I wouldn't just listen to that.
No, that makes sense. I mean, how you just explained it makes sense for sure.
So I even tell people like that with their work. Now, I will tell people, I'll be very, very bold. If that job is not going to make you happy, I'm going to tell you, the sooner you quit, the better off it is. Because the job doesn't make you happy. It's how you handle it. See, life is all about problems. Life is, everything is an obstacle, a challenge, and I'm just talking on an athlete level. You're an athlete to solve the problem, but it's how you solve the problem is where the peace comes in. So we look at it as a fun thing as an athlete. It's a challenge, it's a game. It's what the mindset is. So I don't know how we're doing on time, but I can give you guys a palm reading.
Do a palm reading.
A palm reading?
Do
I've
a
never had a palm reading before.
Do it.
Okay.
I kind of scared to have a palm reading because I heard that one of these things means a short life, and mine ends kind of short. So I've always been super scared because someone told me that was my lifeline, and I'm like, I'm dead at 30.
It's like the would you rather. Would you rather find out how you die or when you die?
When?
Well, let's find out.
Okay, let's do it.
Do a palm reading.
Okay.
Here, why not? Here, switch.
Okay.
Switch.
I'm like, let me get my water. Ugh. All right, let's do this.
Oh, what are you doing?
So excited, sorry. Okay. Put this little chakra back.
Let's see your right palm.
My right palm. Isn't that my lifeline?
Let her do her thing.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, but I thought it was my
No,
actual name.
no backseat psychic reading.
Okay, sorry.
So first of all, you don't have a short life. You have a long life ahead of you.
Really?
You're destined to live to be an old age. Your lifeline starts and stops through here, and it's more than one time. And
So what is this break right here, though? Because that's what I was. See, I was told this is like your lifeline, and I'm like, it cuts real. See, look at like yours, like
everybody's palm varies.
Okay.
But with yours, you have a long lifeline, and where the lifeline splits here like a road, almost. You have a traveler spirit. You have a gypsy soul. You love traveling. You love entertainment. You love music. You love dancing without your shoes on.
My little gypsy.
Feeds your spirit. The break signifies, and it looks like there's two breaks, not one but two near-death experiences inside this physical life, but being perfectly fine,
I've
like
had
a miracle.
one. I got one more.
To me, it looks like they've passed, but
You might have.
I see two near-death experiences, but being perfectly fine.
Okay.
There's the energy here that water truly brings you serenity. So being around water truly heals you.
That's true.
Sure, that's very true.
So baths are like the master key for you of healing. And this, where your energy is bath and water is healing, I highly encourage you, and I'll share some before we leave,
Okay.
herbs inside your bath.
Herbs.
Like, I call it a magic bath, and my girl with me, Raquel, I always tell her it's time for a magic bath. Magic bath is about 2 cups of Epsom salt, about a 4 count of olive oil, a lemon cut in circles, an orange
Okay.
cut in circles.
You got this?
Interesting.
And a red
You know
rose.
this?
So while you're in there with just a bud of the rose, literally while you're in there soaking in a tub, petal by petal, say thank you for as many things as you can say thank you for in the present moment. And by the time you get to the last one, you're thinking of people who created the foundation of the house and the structure of it to be more inside the present. So here's your energy.
Salt, olive oil, and lemon. It sounds like I'm cooking
And
fish.
orange. And orange.
Grill me up, baby.
I'll grill you up.
We just throw some chicken in there, we're all set. This is the energy of healing. So your spirit has been on this journey of healing for quite some time. And where this crossroads at, this is where breakthrough is presently. This is where you're presently. So here's a choice. The decision is yours. Which path do you choose to give your time to? Your past or your present? So the present is known as a gift. That's why it's called a present. It's a gift from the Creator. The present moment, the present time. It does have through your energy that the man that you are with, your husband, loves you very much. Cares about you with all his heart. He has some funny ways of showing you.
Doesn't he?
But it says his emotions and spirit is very genuine and it's heartfelt. And here, I see his spirit over here through his reading. The energies of, it almost looks like, and excuse me how I'm going to say it, but you is almost prepared to fail for love and relationship
Interesting.
because of the environment and people around. That's the baby energy coming down.
Julie.
And your spirit, and I can sense it from hers, wants me to tell you that that phase is over.
Sweet.
Phase is over.
It's cool.
How's his long life? Is it long or is it not long?
You're too stubborn to live shorter than me. You're gonna live way longer than me. Come here, Jolie. Ray.
Hi, baby.
This is what happens when it's live, guys. Sorry, baby girl. All right, let's see the life here.
Mike, and I do see through your spirit that you have a long lifeline. You have
Bummer.
a good, strong.
They said, who's longer?
All
Who's
right,
longer?
You have a strong life.
This has been so great. Thank you for doing this.
Yes,
You're
thank
so
you.
sweet. I
Thank
love
you,
your
Jennifer.
energy. Hey guys, let's do some shout outs to see if there's any shout outs there that want to ask any questions or just to say hey. Jolie, you're supposed to be sleeping. Can you say hi to everybody out there?
Can you say hi?
Love you guys. Thank you for keeping it real. Marriage is hard work, never easy. Absolutely. Thank you guys for watching and for being on the journey with us. Saw your show in Anaheim. You rocked it. Being sick. Oh my gosh, I had no voice. Joel, you want your palm read? No. Any more shout outs, guys? I love your kids. Jolie, how old are you? Put
3.
your hands up. Show it. How many? 1, 2. So 3. No.
Almost 4.
3. Oh, everyone look at Sarah saying, hi, Jolie.
Says hi, Jolie.
Say hi. You need to go to bed.
Can you blow kisses? Blow kisses.
Blow kisses to the world.
Thanks for your openness on trying new things. Of course, Evelyn, thanks for watching. Where can our viewers find you here in Nashville? Are you online too? And
I'm
so just
on-
tap all those.
Yep, I'm online. Nashville's Astrologer on Instagram, on Facebook, nashvillesastrologer.com. And I'm actually opening a happymatchy.com, which is open for sign up, and that is a new dating app that I'm
Happy Matchy, love the name. That's
Yeah.
And
incredible.
is it based around the astrological and signs and the spiritual? That's very cool.
and it's going to be based, and people's going to have star advisors to have coaches, and we're going to do a happy matchy, future happymatchy.com.
That's fantastic. I love it because so many of my friends are like, okay, what sign is he? It's so big. I'm like, how has that not been something that's in the dating world? So what a great idea. How can we read our own palms? Is it possible?
Ooh,
Great question.
Great question.
That is a really good question. You cannot, it's, if anyone professionally or says that they could read themselves,
No.
it's like a doctor operating on themselves. The emotions are too,
Right.
emotions are too connected.
Even if it has like the lines and stuff?
Because your spirit, it's like the doctor won't operate on their child. I know how to do it,
Right.
but my emotions are attached to it, so it affects how I'm going to read
Right.
it.
That's understandable.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and that's the true part of it.
I could definitely see that.
She's a daddy's girl right now.
Hi, Jolie, what is your favorite thing to do? All these questions are for you. What is your favorite
that's
thing
so
to do?
cute.
Toys?
Toys.
And then who's your favorite singer?
Mommy.
Jolie, that's so sweet. I didn't even prep that.
Not even practice.
That was the cutest thing ever.
I went to go whisper it, but she said it before I even said it.
Jolie, thank you, honey. That was so sweet. I thought you were
Thank you,
going to say
Alicia.
Taylor
I
Swift.
appreciate that.
Alicia, love you guys. You're a great mom. I love you. Oh, thank you guys. You're so sweet. A couple more shout outs and then we're going to say goodnight because this girl is an hour past her bedtime. So we appreciate you guys watching. Hi, just hi. Hello. Kylie's probably on here too to say hi. Jolie is beautiful. I know, you're so pretty.
So
Say-
I want to say one thing before we end.
Okay,
I don't know how
yes,
many
please.
minutes. Just about your baby girl.
Oh, please.
Multi-talented.
Oh, that's our girl.
Multi-talented.
Hey, I also heard that she's got abilities too from someone.
I see abilities around her, and I see that she needs
What?
to have a piano around her.
A what?
She needs to have a piano around her.
Ooh,
Ooh, a
yeah.
piano. You want to play piano? Yeah? Okay, we'll
Yeah.
get you a piano for Christmas. That sound fun?
And I'm going to share one thing and one more thing before we go.
Sure.
I want to say she's perfectly, absolutely healthy.
Oh, no.
No, this is good. healthy forever and good.
Okay.
But there will be professional people of some kind to say that there's some type of learning, something wrong is with learning or something, and that's not true. So I want to tell you that now. She is a very high level vibrational energy, and her spirit is multi-talented.
I believe
So
that.
there's a multi-energy there. And I recommend you guys do some yoga together. It will definitely be a big difference inside with everyone. Even baby yoga, there's even doggy yoga too. For the whole family.
Sounds good, Jolie? Okay, so I think, Jolie, bedtimes are just guidelines. Shout out to Jolie.
Thanks,
That's
John.
really funny. Thanks, John. Appreciate that. Y'all are amazing. You have the cutest family. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. Okay, well, I guess it's time for everyone to go to bed. You guys give it up for our amazing guest. We are so happy to have you on the show. So thank you so much for coming and reading our palms and just letting the great energy into our house. We super appreciate it.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
And
Jennifer, what was your website again? So everyone knows.
Nashville'sAstrologer.com.
Nashville'sAstrologer.com. Go check it out.
okay, Jolie, right? I need you to say good night. Say it louder.
Night.
Good night.
Say love you.
All right, bye guys. Thanks for watching
Bye,
Imperfect
guys.
Harmony. We'll
Thank
see you
you.
next Thursday.